Hey everybody, Mike here. No more excuses. ALS News Now. Very pleased today to bring you something a little different. This is an interview with a couple of musicians, a couple of their songs. There's two or three songs now they're working with. One is Watch Your Back, and the other is called My New Dream. And the Taylor father and son duo have really done some amazing work. The production value is very high on these videos. And not only that, because of their efforts, they have now reached #1 on the iTunes chart in Ireland, ahead of people like Taylor Swift and everybody, frankly. They even got a call from Michael McDonald, of course, of the Doobies fame, and recently more of a solo artist. And so let's listen now to the Taylor father and son duo tell us a little bit about what inspired them to get going in to use music, I should say, for MND to support this disease. And let's hear from them now. And I thank you very much for watching today. Thank you. All right, everybody. With that introduction out of the way, let's bring these guys in now. We've got Roy and Terrence Taylor from all the way over in Ireland. It's in the evening over there. It's in the morning over here. So this is an interesting setup for me. Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today? And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Mike. We're doing okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to talk to you, Mike.
Good, good. So, guys, for those of you out there who don't know, these two gentlemen have been in bands. I'm assuming we're going to go into some of this for quite a while. But the reason we're doing this today is because they have had some incredible success recently. Many of you may have seen the incredible success of their song, My New Dream. It actually hit #1 on the Irish charts, even beating, I think, Taylor Swift, and we're going to go into that in a moment as well. Amazing. It's an album that's produced by Peter Eads. Is that how you say it, guys? Peter Eads. And also, it's not just one track. It's not just My New Dream. The eponymous track, I think, is actually called Watch Your Back. Is that right, guys? So one thing I really saw about your work is that the production value was absolutely incredible. I can tell you guys, coming from this business myself, that you've done this before. Why don't you tell us just briefly, if you don't mind, a little bit about yourselves and what got you going into music in the first place? Then we'll move into the ALS. Tell us a little bit about yourself and introduce yourself to our crowd, if you don't mind.
Okay, Mike. Well, I know you're not going to believe this because I'm incredibly good looking, but I am 63. And I've been singing, playing bass, and writing songs for 43 years professionally. Awesome. And about 30 odd years ago, with my band Jump the Gun, we did a show here in Europe called the Eurovision Song Contest, and we did pretty well. It was won that year by a young lady called Celine Dion. Yeah, almost 30 years to the day I was diagnosed with ALS. And that changed my gig completely.
Of course. Me too. You're a bass player, so was that how you noticed something?
Well, really, carrying equipment, trying to get speakers and stuff together. It became incredibly weak. Okay. I actually changed speaker stands to get hydraulic ones, so I found it difficult. And that's how it started. I'm diagnosed now 2.5 years. Right. At the onset, it's about a year before that. Okay. And I gradually became weaker and weaker, lost a lot of weight, and knew it was time to get checked out. And unfortunately, after many, many tests, like most people, we went to a neurologist and got the bad news.
It was a dark day, as all your viewers are aware of, Mike, including yourself.
Of course.
But I suppose I was just, as I mentioned, I was just finishing my PhD. I had to do. I'm not sure what you guys do over there, but it's you have to go and defend your thesis.
Of course,
to some examiners.
Same process.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So I was 2 weeks away from that, just as my dad was diagnosed with ALS. So it was pretty tough going, but that was kind of the first challenge that we kind of got through. We were given this diagnosis and we said, you know what, let's change this massive negativity in our lives. It's changed this into a positive, you know. And my dad said to me, "Look, you can get through this. Go in and give them everything you have." And I'm happy to say I got my PhD, which is great.
That's
But
amazing.
it was a nice win, you know. With ALS, you don't get many wins, but when you do get a win, you savor them. And we've had, I would like to think, lots of wins since that day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But it's a roller coaster. You know, we wouldn't lie to anybody.
It took me about a month to absorb the reality.
Of course.
As you know, it's overwhelming.
Definitely.
But I decided, as Terence said, we have to give it a fight.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to sit back. We're not going to roll up in a ball. We're going to roll up our sleeves. What can we do?
That's right.
At least give it a fight. So music has been a great weapon in our armory. And we've had some fantastic support. One of my all-time favorites, singers, musician, has sent me some lovely video support.
Wow.
Mike McDonald.
Okay.
Wow. I was blown away.
Now
He's
that's okay. I'm thinking when I hear McDonald, of course, I think of the
Doobies.
Doobie Brothers original singer. Yeah. So is that who it was?
That's it,
Michael?
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
I've worked with Michael before when he was he was touring solo, I think about 2 years ago, and came through our place. So
Oh,
that's amazing. Of
cool.
course, I don't get to chat with him, you know, but
Yeah.
much
I
because
was
it's so
blown
busy.
away, like, and great supporter.
Yeah.
He unfortunately has lost a few friends to ALS,
Oh wow.
so he knew the road we were on. But great support. If you look at our video for My New Dream,
Okay.
there's 1 seconds of Michael McDonald in it.
He's actually in the video, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put that up. I'll post edit that in here. That is great. Well, let's talk about this because, you know, when I first saw this, I thought, okay, it's you know, sometimes because there's so many different charts, you don't really know when you hear something hit number one, you're thinking, okay, what's the deal? You know, is it on a small one of the minor charts? And I thought, and then I looked and I saw this and I said, holy crap, like they really are the number one YouTube or iTunes song. When was that? Last week, I believe. Tell us a little bit about that exciting roller coaster. How did that happen? And tell us a little bit about your chart.
Yeah, it was a crazy week. It really was. We were set to release My New Dream with the video on social media,
Right.
Which we put a lot of work into. And I suppose the focus originally was that we thought the video was going to be so critical.
Yeah, we wanted to get the right balance
Yeah.
between a good, strong music video and at the same time tell the truth, tell the story.
Once you believe, then anything's possible. It's worth fighting for in my new dream.
We uploaded it to social media and it kind of exploded. We really weren't expecting that kind of reaction. So that night I went to bed. I was kind of wired after the day we had with the release of the song and the music video. And I just went on to the iTunes chart in Ireland just for a bit of fun, just to see could I see it maybe at a number 157 or something. And we were sitting at number 19, just in front of the late great Eddie Van Halen. May he rest in peace. And I was thinking, he's one of my heroes, and we're sitting above in the iTunes chart. So the next day, I said, Dad, you're not going to believe this. We're actually on the iTunes chart. He was get away. So we put it out on social media that we've actually charted this. The song has reached the iTunes chart. It was incredible,
right?
And it just took off. People from all over the world, were telling their friends, their colleagues, their family, let's get behind this song and get the message out. And I think it was about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Irish time the following day, we had reached number 4. And that's when the fun really began. It was just chaos on social media.
We had Miley Cyrus, Fleetwood Mac, and somebody else.
Wow.
Above us.
And we eventually got to number 2, and I was just refreshing the chart nonstop, going, this is
check it.
my guitar was sitting on top,
Yeah.
and then we came in like a wrecking ball and took
Yeah.
her off number one. And
Gave her a Nicky break your heart.
How about that?
These
Wow.
days,
yeah, yeah,
Is
it
this
was
the new
incredible.
is this the new Thriller then maybe? Or maybe on the charts for what, 85 years or
Yeah,
however long it's been, so you never know.
fantastic.
you never know.
Let's talk now about your projects, where you're going from here. Tell us, Roy and Dr. Taylor, where do people go to get engaged in your fight against MND? Where do they need to go, and what can they do to help, your efforts over there in Ireland? They're
Well,
amazing.
we set up our own initiative to raise funds for research. Our website is called watchyourbackmnd.com. And we also have watchyourbackals.com.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to donate, the money goes, every penny, every cent goes to research.
Great.
And remember, these days, Mike, we don't have our hand over a copybook. If we discover anything big, it goes right across the world. And that's what it's all about.
Oh, that's true. And are you, Roy, are you taking anything right now? Have you tried any of these new drugs, or do you want to, of course, that's private information. You don't have to discuss that, but I was just curious what your strategy is in the short term to try to slow this down until maybe we get access to neuro here pretty soon.
Well, I'm taking the usual, what do you call it?
Riluzole?
Tech. Well,
Yeah, right. Okay.
And I'm taking that. I'm keeping a very close eye. We have a trial on at the moment here in Ireland for Trimec,
Yes.
which is a repurposed drug, very successful for HIV.
Okay.
And there's been some positive results for
Good.
ALS. So that's one to keep an eye on.
Okay.
Apart from that, I just keep my head above water, you know.
Absolutely. Are you fellows golfers over there, or what? Are you David Faraday fans, or what do you do in your spare time?
Write songs and create number one hits. If anybody likes the song "My New Dream," it is available on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, the whole library of digital music streaming platforms. We're also on all the social media platforms under Watch Your Back MND. Our Twitter handle is @WatchMND, and I think it's the same for Instagram also.
And then you got the YouTube channel, right? That's also critical. Watch Your Back MND as your YouTube handle, right? And then I'm sorry, Roy, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
Remember, when you're out having a beer with Garth Brooks, you just tell Garth, we have the song for you to record.
Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for doing this today, and I wish you nothing but the best. Try to hang in there until we get access to these other drugs. It's not just about one like Neuron. There are others coming. AMX, Dr. Appel's T-Regs are looking very promising. So we're buying time right now, aren't we? That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to fight the fight, to bring this to the forefront, and to buy time until we can.
I truly believe.
Yeah.
It's not a question of if, it's a matter of when.
No question.
And I truly believe I'll be having a beer with you in a few years' time, and we'll be dancing around the table, okay?
That would be amazing. I would love an excuse to jump back across the pond. It's been a long time since I've been over there, but that would be amazing. And please, when you release these new songs, let us know. We'll be happy to put them all over our platforms, and we've got to get you guys staying on top of the charts. Maybe we'll see how long we can push this, and we'll make sure that it's not just one hit, that we've got maybe 2 or 3 more coming. That would be nice, and I think it's doable. Clearly, your results were amazing. To be at the top of the charts on iTunes it's a dream come true, and
I think
especially
it's a
for
world record.
ALS.
I'm not sure, Mike. You can check it out. I might be the first ALS guy in the world.
Yeah.
Number one.
No. Pretty sure that's accurate. There's most of us most ALS patients tend to be sports figures, or we have somebody over here who's a well-known actress, I guess you'd say, in the playhouses, and she's pretty big, and Rebecca Luker's a big name, but you know, you're right. When you said earlier, we just need that one right person. We don't wish this on anybody, but you know, if the president got it, you don't think they would tell him, I'm sorry, you can't have this drug, right? They
Yeah,
would, he'd
I
be
don't
on the
think
plane
so.
the next morning. So, gentlemen, I
Oh
very
my
much
God.
appreciate it. Roy Taylor and Dr. Terrence Taylor, newly minted PhD. And does the album have a title? I know it's Watch Your Back. Is that the name of the album, or is that just the name of the title track?
That was just the launch of a song we had.
Okay.
The
Okay.
song was called "Watch Your Back, MND."
Watch
It
Your
was how
Back.
we launched our campaign.
Okay.
It
And then
was just
My
a
New
single.
Dream, right? My New Dream is the one
Is our
that
second single.
second one. Okay. So My New Dream is the second one. Watch Your Back is the first one. And hopefully many more to come. Gentlemen, we wish you nothing but the best. It's great talking to you, and we will see you soon. We'll check in again on you. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
Absolute
Thanks, Mike.
pleasure, Mike. Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Okay. Cheers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what a great interview. I love what these guys are doing. They're using music to reach new people and a new audience. We're very clear about what we want to do, and that is to make ALS a treatable disease as quickly as we can. To shift this narrative, and we talked just briefly about this in the interview, to shift this narrative from terminal to treatable. And we can do that. We can do that right now. There are drugs for this disease that can work, that can slow or stop this disease. It's been done in trials. There's no longer any doubt about it. No, they are not perfect. And I think that we as a country and society must understand and must accept that ALS is a very complicated disease. We may never have a cure for this disease. We still don't for cancer. But every day people receive treatment for that disease. Same thing for HIV, for things like diabetes, kidney failure, all these other diseases are very treatable. Cystic fibrosis is another one that's made absolutely massive strides in the last few years, now being almost 90% treatable. Not cured, but functionally cured for many patients. It is not a stretch to say that myself, Roy Taylor, people like my partner Craig Reagan, and thousands of other ALS patients are sitting by, dying every day now, every day, waiting for the inevitable to come, and waiting on an agency to approve drugs that is, I think, has lost sight of their true mission and purpose. And that is not to protect patients from themselves. It is to determine basic safety and then basic efficacy. For a disease like ALS, once those two criteria have been met, it is inhumane, improper, and, in my opinion, illegal to withhold treatments from dying Americans and others around the world who need these drugs. We are not angry, evil people. We're mad. We're mad about the situation. We're mad because you are dying from ALS right now without the chance to try these new drugs. Mistakes have been made, and we can fix those mistakes, and we must do so. But it starts with acknowledging those mistakes and identifying those mistakes. And those who committed them to admit those mistakes and to change course. So far, it hasn't happened. However, with your help and the help of other patients, we can continue to change the course of ALS like we have. All of our members are fighting so hard for the last almost 2 years now to change this disease to treatable. And that is not lip service. It can be done, and it must be done right now. Thank you so much for watching today. Come join us at No More Excuses, and I look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.